Episode 619. Good day to you.
A good day. I did just get done listening to our Brain Candy Book Club pick, my Brain Candy Book Club pick from that last month, and I did the audiobook, and it was read by, I believe her name is Carrie Mulligan.
Oh, yeah.
And
the
she's
actress.
British. Actress.
I didn't know she was British, actually.
Oh, really?
Mm-mm.
Well, I think she is.
No,
I mean,
I'm
that's
sure
what
you're
she
right.
read it. Right. That would be
Yeah.
crazy to read an entire novel in an accent that's not yours.
Right.
Why wouldn't they just
She's
get a British
either
woman?
English or a big fucking liar.
Right. Or Friends with Madonna.
Right.
No, she did a great job. But I now have my internal monologue now has an accent because this is what happens to me.
Yeah, I see that. I mean, just
Does that
living
happen
with
to
a
other
Brit,
people?
I mean, sometimes I can, it happens.
Oh,
Certain words you just hear more in that way.
And you started, I noticed when you were, after being with Adam for a while, you ask a question with an inflection in a different place. That's a British way of doing it. And I love when you do it.
Yeah,
We're going to go out?
Yes, exactly. That's right.
Whatever that is.
Yeah. Are you going to the store?
Yes.
It's so weird.
It sounds nicer.
It does. Well, they sound nicer in every way, don't they?
Yes, that's why Adam always makes all the phone calls for us.
I
really wish I had Adam with the moving stuff.
In more ways than one, because you need a man because this world only cares what they think. Yes. So, they have to be the advocate. And then he is a real stickler, but he does it with the accent, and so people don't really get offended by it. It's real handy.
They want to help him. It's the best.
They want to help him.
They're like, yeah, we can definitely go out of our way to make this right for you. I couldn't even get a fucking phone call back, and they delivered it on Easter.
Yeah.
But anyways, I have my stuff.
At least you're not bitter.
It's fine. At least I'm not bitter. Exactly. Oh, I do feel like I have to, anytime somebody comes over to my house, like preface it with, okay, anything that you see around my house where you're like, why is there a big old dent in that? Or that's broken.
God.
Remember, it was the movers. I do not choose to have broken shit.
You got to file the insurance claim on that.
I know.
Don't let it slip away.
I know. Oh, it's like I've been checking things off the to-do list, and it's been going well. I'm doing it.
Yeah.
The meds really help, so we're getting there.
Yeah.
But it's. I should probably prioritize that one.
Well, yeah, because that's a lot of money you can get back.
Yeah.
Remember, it cost $10,000 to move from LA to Pittsburgh, and we got almost all of that back.
Oh!
Because
it cost me $6,000.
Right.
So that's insane! For one person, you had a house!
Yeah, you had a house.
I know. I'll go back and fix that. None of this is stuff I wanted to complain about or talk about. In fact, I got it with nothing to complain about or talk. Oh, and I do have a little bit of an update. Remember how, I think it was 2 episodes or so ago, we talked about how I was going to go on a first date? And we were talking about
what you were going to wear. Okay.
Oh, Suze, we had a freak snowstorm.
Oh, yeah.
There was 6 inches of snow. My sundress was no longer an option.
My sundress. Oh, my God. What did you wear? Susie classic turtleneck?
I went close. I went with a sweater and a pair of high-heeled leopard boots, which then I was like, okay, let me...
I cannot even picture this.
This is the... Okay, what do you mean you can't picture this?
I can't picture you in high-heeled leather boots, or what do you call them? Leopard boots.
Yeah, they were like thick, chunky heels, like those ankle boots, like the little zipper.
Oh, okay.
Like booties, little booties,
okay.
not like knee highs.
I really was picturing knee high.
Oh, could you imagine me in knee high?
Yes.
Exactly. Everybody's like, huh? Record scratch? Well, yeah, Sarah, that wasn't inappropriate footwear. And in a snowstorm, what are you fucking thinking? No, these were like thick. I wanted something that covered my ankles. So, it felt right. But I'm quickly learning that that LA casual is Denver dressy.
Totally.
And at the end of the date, and I know he's listening to this, and so it's going to be a funny conversation later. But at the end of the date, he was like, okay, let's hang out again. And, you want to come over to my house, I'll make you dinner. And then he's like, but it's real casual. Which is code for you are not casual right now. Don't you feel like? Well, that's what I felt. I was like, did you just say that? I did say that to him. And he was like, no, you weren't at all. But I felt like that.
I thought that he was implying like we're not getting serious here.
Oh, no. Like casual dress.
How do you know?
Oh, no, because you don't like make out with somebody and then say it's casual.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, maybe double
check.
Remember
how I said that whole thing about I wasn't going to make out with anybody? I went out the window so fucking fast,
When did
Susie.
you say that?
On our episode, I was like, okay, I'm going to go out I'm going to date again, but I'm not going to I'm just going to not get serious. We're going to like play it cool.
You said we're going to
be
friends.
No kissing. And you're like, who's going to go for that?
Yes, totally. Turns out not even you.
Not even me. Because you know what?
Stupid.
This is actually, maybe there's something to this. Maybe this is a thing. Because as soon as I was like, nope, you should not kiss him. I was like, well, now I fucking want to dive across the table.
Well, obviously, the woman who married the Forbidden Fruit crew member,
right?
can relate to that.
Oh, Suze.
Yeah.
He kept you on a slow simmer for 30 days plus.
Yeah. Which, really gets your motor running.
How exciting.
But anyway, let's not change the subject.
And we met at brunch the next day.
You did?
You and me.
Oh, I thought you meant you and this guy.
Oh, no. Suze, I didn't do that. I just made out.
No. I thought
no, when you went the next day after
yes, you and
Adam finally got to hang out for the first time, and you were just like all glowy.
Oh, yes. I mean, that was...
I was also all glowy, but from a one-night stand. Hi-oh!
Right. I don't think we ever revealed the identity of that one-night stand, but...
We did not.
It was entertaining. Because, as if you're not familiar, you guys, we're referring to the wrap party after the Ruins filmed in Thailand, and everyone sort of found a partner that night. I know.
Everyone.
I know
there
you
was
did.
something in the air.
I did. Evan did.
It was the best. There was we were like moonlight under the star in Thailand in the water. We had just all won. I didn't win, but I felt like I had won. And I mean, everybody. I think people slept on the beach that night.
I don't think they were sleeping.
No, they were not sleeping.
I'm just saying.
I did not do anything on the beach because if you grow up in Southern California, you know that is a no-no.
Yeah,
that is something romanticized in on the cover of romance novels, but nobody wants a corn dog. I'll let you just use your imagination to explain that.
Is that what they say in LA?
That's what we call it.
Nobody wants a corn dog.
Well, that's what
I know.
we would call Sex at the Beach,
Sandy
corndogging.
Corndogging?
Yeah, because that's what it feels. That's what it's like. This is hilarious, right?
That is such a great term,
right? Because it looks like it. I mean, you gotta. Well, I don't have to explain this. You can.
Wow, corndogging is the worst kind of dogging.
Oh God, that's so funny.
Anyway, so on your date, you were going to be friends, and then 2 minutes later, you're Frenching.
Yeah, because he was. And what's the deal? I don't know if it's the algorithm, but I end up with another person who's been on a reality television show. So is one of two things is true. Either everybody's been on reality TV, or the algorithm puts people who have been on reality TV together.
Or it's just weird coincidence.
But
that would have been the third one that the second one that you matched with on one of those apps.
Right.
And the third one you've been with. That's nuts.
Well, who else was I with that was a reality star?
Okay. Adam Larson was on the app. You met on the app or matched with on the app. Then Barry, of course, from Alone.
Oh, right. Okay, God.
And then this guy, and we're not even counting all the people from the challenge.
Oh, all the people. There's 2.
I know.
For Pete's sake.
But
we couldn't even get another partner for me for exes because there wasn't anybody. They were like, maybe if Sarah slutted it up a little more, we would have somebody to put you in with.
I'll tell you what I want to be put in with is a big delivery of HelloFresh.
Oh, yes. That reminds me. I need to get back on my order.
Yes.
We're at my new location.
Get it going, because I was just thinking today, what impresses me with HelloFresh is how it keeps getting better. Like, I've always loved it, but the recipes, I think, are really stellar and delicious. I like that they're seasonal. They have, like, spring, they tend to go with what's in season,
and they're inspiring. The other day, even though I have not renewed my HelloFresh membership and need to get back on that since now I finally have a permanent address, I went to the grocery store and duplicated a HelloFresh recipe because it was so good.
See, that's what I mean. Like, you do learn a lot from cooking.
But then I had to, like, actually go to the grocery store.
I know. That's the downside.
Doing the whole thing.
Right,
probably throw away some food waste.
HelloFresh sends you the ingredients and the recipe, gets you everything you need without the waste and wasting your time also. Now they have Hello Custom offerings. You can swap out one protein for the other, or a side for the other, which I love.
What?
Yeah, like if you want a particular protein.
I do want that.
And if you want it too, you should go to HelloFresh.com/BrainCandy16 and use code BrainCandy16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 free gifts. Go to HelloFresh.com/BrainCandy16 and use code BrainCandy16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 free gifts. Super convenient.
Yes.
Try it.
Steal my move of being a single gal who then orders a family 4-pack of meals, makes it all, and then you have food for the next 2 days.
It is convenient.
And if you're like 2 days, but that's a 4-pack, breakfast or lunch and dinner, guys.
Yeah, mommy's hungry.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so you are dating this reality guy, which, red flag a little bit.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, but he falls into the safer reality where it's the you have a talent competition show reality.
That is, that is much better.
Top Chef design world,
right.
That kind
Project
of that style.
Yeah,
those kind where like you actually have
a
skill.
Yeah.
Yes.
That
and
is
runner up.
superior.
So, pretty good.
Runner up. I love that.
Yeah. I did say on our date, I was like, yeah, well, we've both been on a reality TV show, but only one of us is a first place winner. I'm just saying. So
that hurts.
Yeah.
That stings.
Surprising I got a second date, really.
You know what? You got to establish that you're the alpha in the relationship.
Yeah. I do. I have just like, I will say that it's been nice to just lean into who I am and just be like, yeah, this is me. And I know that like, these are the vibes I give off and like either take it or leave it. And I feel like that's like much better. It's much easier.
Heck yeah.
Than being like, oh, I'm going to pretend to be like,
okay, right. So you didn't bring
Surprise!
the representative.
I did not bring the I did bring the representative with the wardrobe.
Mm-hmm.
But then I regretted it. Because I said, and then, of course, you know me, Suze, I'm like an overshare, and I just say everything that I'm thinking. So, of course, I had to talk to him about it. And I was like, yeah, what I really wanted to just wear was overalls and Chucks. And he was like, that would have been awesome.
Yeah, I mean, they don't care.
I know.
I try to tell you this.
Why do I?
Well, we're taught to care. We're taught to think we're not enough and that we need to do more, right?
Oh, gosh, it's the worst.
We've been brainwashed.
It's awful.
I'm glad it went well, though.
Yeah, it did. And it went, and I did almost, this is going to sound crazy. Maybe you guys can relate. But I almost had the urge to cancel the date because my face broke out so fucking bad, Susie. It was like, what is wrong? And it wasn't even like, so it's not even like acne. I am highly allergic to dust mites, and when they attack me and get on my skin, they my skin just attacks back, and it looks like a zit.
How do you know that's what it's from?
Because I went to the dermatologist and they told me.
No.
Yeah. And they did and there's a specific kind of dust mites, and the only time my skin has been like is 2 other times. This time, and then the other time I moved into a house that had really bad dust. But there's a specific kind of dust mite, or like kind of mite, it's such a gross word. Ew, why am I even talking about this? That are called moving mites, and they're in cardboard. And I was breaking down all the cardboard boxes.
Me?
I swear, I wish this were not a real thing.
That truly sounds made up.
Yeah. Ugh.
They live in cardboard. Boy.
Yeah, they're like cardboard.
Cardboard. Yeah. Ugh, that makes no sense. That is insane. And then they get in your skin, and then it looks like you have acne, and then you almost cancel a date.
Right. It looks like it's real gross. I just Googled it, and it grossed me out. I should not have done that. No, but it was fine, because then I was just like, this is because like I always think like everything is like the test from the universe, and I was like, this is probably just you. Like, you need to not worry about it, and like, who cares? Like, this is like, here you were talking to Susie about what kind of shoes you should wear when we're like, oh yeah, you think that's here you go, deal with this. And it felt just like a reminder that I should be doing what we're talking about and just not care or not be worried about it.
So how did you come to this conclusion, though, that like, I'm just going to go, even though I don't feel like I look my best or whatever?
Because I was like, I always run my brain through this little test. Mm-hmm. I say, what would 90-year-old you say about this right now?
Yeah.
90-year-old me would be like, are you fucking kidding me? You're lucky you don't have the wrinkles that I have right now. You go and you do that.
Okay, that's good advice.
And she would also say, yeah, definitely make out.
That's true.
Because our favorite saying, mine, nobody on their deathbed said, I wish I had less dick.
That is so true.
It really is. It always holds up.
I'm glad you listened to that.
So you want to hear some things
voice.
that are like actually learning stuff today that like, I don't know, you can like talk to your friends about?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yes. Okay. This is I can't even believe this is real, but shout out to our listener, Natalie, who sent me such a peculiar story or information on this. There is a neurological disorder out there that is referred to as the pathological joking disease. It is a neurological disorder that causes you to make excessive puns.
No. Susie,
I swear, I was like, this has been in my inbox for a little while, and I like didn't, because I'm like, this is gotta be.
Did you say disease or disorder?
It's a disorder of the brain, and that's one of the most, the article that I read was in the Journal of Neuropsychology. So like the fucking top of the top best, like, number one journal for this kind of stuff. This is like real and legit. And it gave really interesting information on the difference between, and why we know it's a disorder, because there's a difference between humor and laughing.
Okay.
Which I thought was so interesting. So you know how there are those disorders where people have uncontrollable fits of laughter?
No, I did not know there was
my gosh.
a disorder.
Yeah, that's a real thing, like an affect disorder where you can't regulate your emotions, so you just have these like laughing fits.
Okay.
And, in reading the article and them talking about how humor and laughing are different, it was kind of like when we discussed how scent or taste and flavor are different. Mm-hmm. Where in my mind they sound like they go together. They seem like they should go together, but they really are two separate things. And the way that we know that they're two separate things is through these disorders and people who have the ability to kind of control one but not the other.
Okay.
So this disorder impacts the part of your brain that they say is what makes us most human, because humans have the ability to like make jokes and make puns and make things like find humor in how things are related and also not related, like that like unexpected goes against maybe like what our what our expectation of what the answer will be, things like that. So, like, it's a very human trait. So it's in a part of the brain that's like our last part of the brain to develop. It's in a part of the brain that is a very, very human part of the brain. And they're able to, like, pinpoint the exact spot that makes it so we think things are funny. It's this right frontal part of, I don't know, the prefrontal cortex, and kind of closely related also to your reward center. But people who have a disorder in this part of their brain, and there are two people who are written about, like 2 case studies that they write about in this Journal of Neuropsychiatry, they cannot stop making jokes. And they're simple jokes. They can't stop making, they also can't understand very nuanced, difficult jokes.
I don't understand why the compulsion to think of a joke, which sounds like what this is,
God, yes.
would mean that you would have to utter the joke out loud.
Oh, okay. Well, I would imagine that the prefrontal cortex is also one that controls your inhibitions and your impulses. So it's like the last to develop in teens. And so if there were impairments in that area, you would be more impulsive. So maybe the ability to, like, you know, I mean, even I, unmedicated, I have to, like, sit on my hands to not interrupt somebody, which I know sounds weird. You don't talk with your hands, but for some reason it helps me. But yeah, there's like that impulse, almost uncontrollable, like you just blurt it out.
Do you think that it falls under the umbrella of Tourette's?
Oh, interesting.
Maybe.
I think
it has to be related.
It has to be, right?
I mean, it doesn't, but it seems like it.
Well, right. It doesn't have to be. But I wonder if the area is so specific. You know how, like, we have a part of the brain, and we're talking like teeny tiny little parts that control our ability to recognize faces or not. Mm-hmm. You know, that is just one little teeny tiny part of the big picture. So I almost feels like it could maybe not be related, because if it's just this one part right here, there was one guy they talked about in this article that said there was a lot of other behavior change that went with it. So he would constantly be joking. He had disinhibition, and this is gross. He also became affectionate towards younger women, hugging them for too long, and made borderline offensive comments, took candy from stores without paying, and got caught on several occasions for that.
Can you imagine how unlikable this guy is?
Could you imagine? Making terrible jokes. Oh, this sounds like a lot of people's uncles, though.
Well, but I wonder, does this only affect men? Because I can't even picture a woman being like this.
The only ones they have are men. You're right.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Guys,
right.
Are the worst.
Interesting.
I mean,
yeah, right. Remember we discussed who's the most asshole. Yeah. And
I'll tell you what's not terrible,
there wasn't any
Sarah.
response to medication
Excuse
from
me.
this.
Excuse
what?
me.
Oh, what?
I was doing a segue.
Oh, yes, go ahead.
I'll tell you what's not terrible, though. Rothy's shoes.
Oh, yeah. See, that should have been my first date footwear.
That's what I was thinking.
I know, but this is what if I didn't have the freak snowstorm and I don't have their boots yet. I only have their loafers and their slides.
All right, we'll forgive you this time.
Yeah, but next date I will wear them.
Next time you can wear insanely comfortable. They're like a slipper, really, but they're chic and they are sustainable. They're made out of recycled plastic. Rothy's shoes are my absolute favorite. You see them in all my pictures. You know that it's true. They're stylish and comfortable and washable, so they stay fresh and lovely. Your new favorite shoes are waiting. Discover the versatile styles you can wear absolutely anywhere and get $20 off your first purchase at rothys.com/braincandy. That's rothys.com/braincandy for $20 off your first order. I'm so sorry I interrupted you.
No, I'm sorry I interrupted you. I just like these stories are just, and I think it's really interesting that you asked the question of, is this gendered. And I honestly cannot think of a study on an extreme brain condition / disorder where the individual's a female.
What could that be?
I'm trying, like, all the case studies. I'm trying really hard to rack my brain.
Maybe
going
it's
through
testosterone.
all of Oliver Sacks' book in my mind right now. Those are all men.
Right.
The man who mistook his wife for a hat is the name of the book.
What do you think could cause that? Unless our brains are somehow different.
Well, this is the most important question I think that we have to ask is this a case of women not being treated?
Oh.
Like, is it noticeable if the man in, I don't know, like, is it, what happens if, and we're obviously not now maybe, but like, let's say 1950 something, when like some of these cases are even like older than that. Like,
well, you know
it's
how
very rare.
Like, we often hear about
Women
how
just get tossed in
women on the
cuckoo
spectrum
things.
are less likely to be diagnosed.
Yes.
And they say that it's in part because women are socially, trained to just behave in a way that's, polite and sort of typical. And that makes me think they could control these puns, but men are not incentivized to, like, control anything.
You know what? That is an interesting theory.
Like, I wonder if there's women out there who just come up with puns constantly, but then just don't say them.
This is fascinating because, like, we can't prove this to be right or wrong. Which, like,
that's the beauty of it.
And the more when I'm going to absolutely link this because the article is a really good one and the full article is available. So it's not like you have to have PubMed or whatever to like read the full journal article. And it's really interesting when you hear about the behavior of these people. And it's just I can't imagine a woman doing this.
No.
But I can totally imagine a man doing it.
Yeah, his name is Michael Scott, and he is the boss at Dunder Mifflin. I mean, maybe he had this condition.
Yeah, I know it does. It's really interesting when we learn about new, like, neurological diagnoses and then are able to kind of look back in history and be like, oh, that person definitely had this condition.
Totally.
That person had this. That person had this. And often they're people who were, well, obviously, if we're looking back at history and comparing, like, talking about them, these are big figures that we're all suffering from mental illnesses and a whole onslaught of other things.
No, for real.
Really normalizes stuff.
I'm working, you know how I like, I still write comedy for my, because I still pretend like I'm going to maybe do it someday.
I think you should. I think you're amazing.
Working on this very thing. Like, I'm trying to make a bit about biblical characters who I think had certain issues that we would understand now, but they didn't understand then.
Yes.
It would answer a lot of questions.
I want to hear all about this.
But anyway, yeah, I do think that's interesting because...
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like, yeah. And, now I'm thinking about so much. I have a feeling that the only time that these people even got the treatment was when a woman was complaining about their symptoms.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, and here's why I say that. Unchecked and without somebody being like recognizing a behavior change or without somebody being like, I can't take this anymore.
Yeah.
Some guy who just has a 5-year history of compulsive joking isn't going to be given a neuropsychiatric evaluation.
Yeah.
But if his wife is like,
I can't take it anymore.
I can't take it anymore. There's something fucking wrong with you. This is not this. You got to be crazy.
Yeah.
We're taking you to the doctor.
Or like their siblings.
Yes, it is only. That's often the situation with people who have borderline personality disorder, where the only time we see them. My phone is blown up. What the hell is happening? Where the only time we see them is when the relationships that they're in become strained and they have no other choice than to go to therapy, or they will lose the relationship. It's not the person themselves who's like, I think I'm really been struggling. I'd like to go to therapy. And sometimes that happens, but it's not as.
I know it's not something people like to talk about, but I feel like, how they always say, we need to get rid of the stigma of, mental illness. Mm-hmm. Well, part of the reason that there is one is because, like, if you have lung cancer, or whatever, that doesn't mean that you mistreat people as a result of it.
Right.
But a lot of mental health issues result in really bad behavior and treatment towards others. Yeah. And so, of course, there's going to be a stigma in relationship to that.
Right.
Like, you're mean to me.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the remedy is. I mean, I felt like that when we read Hidden Valley Road, these people that they describe with schizophrenia. Well, oftentimes in the book, they were violent and abusive. Well, it's hard to be compassionate all the time when people are being mean to you. Right?
Damn near impossible.
Yeah. So I don't know what the remedy is for that.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, it's
Or if someone's doing puns all the time.
Yeah. But there's other personality changes that went with it. I think what would be more annoying to you? 5 years of compulsive joking or this is one guy. He was a 69-year-old right-handed man who presented for a neuropsychiatric evaluation because he had a 5-year history of compulsive joking. So that was like the symptom that brought him in. Then it said some of the other behavior changes, fixation on recycling to the point where he would go through dumpsters searching for recyclable items.
Oh, wow.
And he developed hoarding behaviors such as collecting napkins and utensils from restaurants, other goods. Which is worse?
Definitely joking. For me.
I don't know.
Why? Tell me why.
Filling my house with Chipotle napkins? That's where they're from.
At least
Everybody's got Chipotle
useful.
napkins in their glove box.
That would annoy you more than someone who couldn't quit making puns.
Oh. No, you're right.
Oh.
God, I don't want either.
No, I don't either.
That's interesting. Would you rather have your personal space, like your actual space invaded, or your like brain space invaded?
Definitely brain. Truly.
I don't know if I feel like I'd be able to tune somebody out faster than I'd be able to tune out a bunch of recycling, weird, like a hoarder. That would actually make me crazy.
Really?
For Suze, my brain, if things aren't organized, at least in little piles in different corners, will go nuts.
Yeah.
It's like itch I can't scratch. It's like I can't think about. It's probably why I haven't filed the insurance claim for the moving yet, because I'm like, nope, I got a drawer to organize first. It's getting in the way.
I hear you. Luckily, I think that you have a year for those claims.
Oh, thank God.
I think that it's a pretty long window.
Okay, good.
Yeah, get your drawers organized, get rid of those cardboard moving mites, and then step 3.
Ugh. Gross.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It happened at the old house. I lived in a really dirty house when I was in, not because of me, the people who lived there before. They're like, this is the second time now I've just moved in, and the people before were just filthy.
Yeah, remember when your house tested positive for meth?
Okay, not my house.
Potential house.
The place I looked at, in which case I was like, hard pass.
Right, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've had bad luck. But if you want to turn your luck around, may I suggest giving Chime a try? Because Chime lets you get your paycheck up to 2 days early with direct deposit.
We need all the help we can get with that.
Absolutely. You have
sometimes things come up.
Things come up, and who doesn't love an early bird? It's up to 2 more days to save or pay your bills or just feel good about your money situation. It's not just about getting paid early, though. They have a great award-winning mobile app, checking account, debit card, optional savings account, all that jazz. What are you waiting for? Hopefully not your paycheck. Get started with Chime today. Applying for a free account takes less than 2 minutes. Get started at chime.com/braincandy. That's chime.com/braincandy. Banking services and debit card provided by the Bancorp Bank or Stride Bank, NA, members FDIC. Early access to direct deposit funds depends on payer.
Yeah, man. Get that money.
Get it.
Woo. Oh, yeah. So so if you have a partner who maybe all of a sudden starts making terrible jokes uncontrollably.
I do want more specifications about how frequently these jokes are happening.
Yeah, that's a really good question. It only kept referring to it as frequent episodes of joking with prominent laughter. It said that this one guy, the 69-year-old right-handed man, would laugh at his own jokes or, witty puns, but his laughter was neither uncontrollable nor involuntary. So he was able to control his laughter. He just couldn't control the joke. He scored normal on memory tests and math tests, and most of the results of he had normal idiom and proverb interpretation, full insight, and this is interesting. I missed this part before. He had full insight into his excessive joking behavior and humor.
What do they mean by insight? Like
he understood awareness? That he was doing it. Yeah.
I just keep picturing that meme of Michael Scott biting his bottom lip, like trying to not say the joke. Because that is what this guy has to be like.
Oh, God. It's totally Michael Scott. Oh.
Because if it was
like
what?
God
Michael,
bless him.
Yeah, like it would be annoying but still likable.
Yeah.
But if it's just like every 2 seconds, I mean...
But not that weird guy who likes younger women.
Ooh. And why
one.
would that be connected, Sarah?
Suze, I don't know. That I don't know. It's gross. Yeah, it said that difficulty in frontal executive functions such as response inhibition, self-monitoring, and task monitoring. So the ability to kind of have awareness of your own behavior and keep yourself in line.
Is what? Compromised.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
See, yeah. I can't. This is terrible news.
You would hate this. This actually would be the worst because it says on further testing, the patient showed increased humor production and normal identification of humor and jokes, but a decreased effective appreciation of funniness.
The worst combination.
He's increased humor production, decrease in funniness?
Oh my God.
And that's in quotes. The word funniness is like so. Wow. Mm-hmm.
That's bad news. Well, what is the treatment plan for this?
Ooh.
I wonder.
So they tried a few different things. They tried selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors. They tried trazodone.
Yeah.
They tried dextromethorphan. And they only saw a slight reduction in the frequency and the duration of his episodes of laughter, but without any effect on his compulsive need to make or tell jokes. That remains stable without progression.
They just cannot stop.
Golly!
That is tragic.
Funny. Yeah. It's the worst is that they describe, like, the descriptions of the type of jokes are like they're always childish jokes. Like they're not
like,
good
jokes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be, and yeah, they just blurt it probably is like Michael Scott. I'm telling you got to read the article because some of the quotes are so funny. Like one of the guys lost his job after he blurted out, "Who the hell chose this god awful place?" It's really funny. So check that out.
What percentage of people like on the challenge do you think maybe could have it? Pretty high. And the pun thing, maybe not, but like the inability to censor jokes.
Oh, gosh.
That's a
but
high
sometimes
rate.
I appreciate that. I will say Kenny and Evan were just the best, even though.
But then I always think like maybe we were just so bored.
Yep, this is true.
So we would have to test this, in a normal environment.
But I think everything's funny, so maybe I have this. Fuck, I don't know.
No, you have the nice version where like you laugh at other people's jokes.
Yes,
That's
I
nice.
definitely have that. I definitely have that. I laugh at everything. Everything is funny. Because there's so much to laugh at. But I do... Actually, not everything is funny. This is not funny. How about how cats are murderers and responsible for, like, all of the birds and mammals going extinct?
Oh, my God. That reminds me, just a bird update over here. R.I.P.
No.
R.I.P. the bird nest and the eggs.
Everybody?
Well, yeah, it's empty. I mean...
But are we sure they did?
Yeah. No, I mean, she was sitting on the eggs one day, and then the next day, nothing was there.
Oh, no!
But that's what Adam said. Like, if you put the nest so low, and then cats or whatever can get to it.
That's fucking Darwinism, yo.
I mean, I guess they can climb trees, but you're just really inviting it.
Survival of the fittest. What do you... I can't imagine it wasn't those little squirrels.
It could have been.
Those guys are... That is their zone. I know. Lincoln and I chased them.
That is their zone. But like our squirrels, oh yeah, they do kind of have antagonism towards birds for sure.
But wait, would they? Sarah in her mind thought squirrels ate eggs. I don't think they do.
No,
they don't. They don't. Well, I don't know shit about animals. I think squirrels eat eggs. They don't.
Well, at any rate, you're telling me that the suspect list most likely includes a cat. From what you said, cats are murderers.
Guess. How many? Just guess. How many free range? Like how many birds are killed annually by free range domestic cats?
I mean,
guess.
Millions. It has to be like a ridiculous
1.3 to 4 billion birds a year.
Are you mad at cats though? Because it's just in their DNA.
Sus.
Yeah.
It might be, but I think maybe what we did is like we were like, oh, everybody needs a cat, and now we've created this animal that is an actual murderer and destroyer of species. This article that I read, scientific article, says domestic cats are predators that humans have introduced globally. And they have been listed among the 100 worst non-native invasive species in the world. They have caused or contributed to 33 of the modern bird, mammal, and reptile extinctions as recorded by the International Union for Conservation of Nature. They're responsible for 14% of modern bird, mammal, and reptile extinctions.
Listen.
14%? If you were like, hey, this company right here is responsible for 14% of all of the animals that go extinct, we'd be like, you better get a fucking lock that shit up.
Well, that's the thing. That's who you should be mad at, is people that let their cats out.
Yeah.
That is not okay, and everyone knows it, and they do it anyway.
Yeah, you're right. I was that person. But all mine died, so, you know.
Yeah, yours got what was coming to them.
Yeah.
But I guess globally, it's a different situation. But at least in the Western world, I mean, lock your cat up. What are you people doing?
That's a lot of... Your cats are indoor cats, yeah?
They are, yeah.
Right. Right. What if it were like... Wouldn't it be so sad if it were one of your cats who killed a bird?
Oh, yeah, that would have been. But there are...
Oh, my God.
I mean, it was definitely another cat. They're everywhere. Everyone just lets them roam the world.
Right. Is this just like I'm a dog person and I want to be mad at cats for something? Like, I don't mean to be. And I also don't know what the answer is. It's not like we should be like, oh, yeah, get rid of all cats. But
I don't know why they're saying
pet
we
owner
did
behaviors
this,
are dictating or creating animal or making, I guess, ecological
here's the thing,
impacts.
Cats domesticated themselves. We didn't do it.
Oh.
So I don't know why they're blaming
They might
people.
be aliens.
Right. They're alien serial killers.
They are kind of like that.
I know. I love them, though.
Yeah. I'm sure I said this joke on here before. Maybe I do have that disease because I want to tell a joke real bad. You know how we know that the world isn't flat? Because if it was, a cat would have pushed some water off the edge.
It's so true. It is true.
Because a cat hasn't pushed anything off the edge yet.
Like, they're so silly.
Really
Come
funny.
on. Cats are great. Dogs are dumb.
Yeah, I know. You love them. Have you put the bat wings on your cats yet?
Mm-mm.
Oh, my gosh. I can't wait for Halloween.
I will, though.
Frickin' bats.
Freaking bats.
Freaking bats.
I bought that shirt, by the way.
Okay, I saw that you bought it because
Yeah.
I wanted to buy it, and I was like, oh my God, what if Susie bought two, and then I'm going to buy one? We're going to have so many of these bat shirts. So, okay, I'm going to buy myself one as well.
So many bat shirts.
But we got to support her, you know?
Yes, we do, because that girl, friggin' Bats, I mean, she's
It's so
special.
funny.
She's a future
Right?
brainiac for sure.
Oh, for sure. She can be a current brainiac. I don't care. She'd probably be fine with the explicit warning that we have. Which, I don't fucking know why we get an explicit warning.
Well, it's not a warning. We get to choose it.
Oh,
like
label.
you can choose on iTunes
Oh,
whether
then,
to...
ooh, yes.
Because if you swear, I
Choose.
feel like people need to know, but...
Yes, they do. The children need to know.
I don't know.
Oh, what a great segue you just gave me. So, speaking of swearing, this is funny. This crow recently befriended an entire Oregon elementary school before the state police had to be called in to remove it because it was a friendly but foul-mouthed crow.
What did it say? They don't talk.
A whole bunch of curse words.
Crows talk?
So, yes, Susie. You can totally teach crows. This crow said, "What's up? I'm fine," and a whole bunch of swear words it said. And they said it was like a parrot. It was the weirdest thing.
What
so
the
this,
heck?
this bird shows up. It was like hanging out, just like shows up at school one morning. And it started peeking in the classrooms, pecking at the doors. And at one point, it even
What?
went into a 5th grade classroom where it just helped itself to some
Come
snacks, which
on.
is adorable. And it seemed like, you know, people were like watching this bird who's just like hanging out, like making itself at home. And it wasn't aggressive or anything. And it seemed to love the kids. It even landed on some people's heads. And it was like talking like a parrot. And because it was a wild animal and wouldn't leave, the school ended up calling animal control.
Okay.
And animal control came, and I don't know why this wasn't in the article, but it said that animal control came and decided that it was not in their jurisdiction to catch the crow, which I feel like, isn't that
It's kind of like
all
your
you
one
do?
job.
Like
Yeah.
your one job? What if they were like, no, we just catch the cats that catch the birds?
Right. Murderers only.
So, yeah, so they were able to, and so the police officers come out there, and the police officer was able to feed the bird by hand and get the bird to, like, you know, hop into his hand. And he just, like, hung out there. And he thought the bird would fly away after they, like, caught the bird or tried to catch the bird, but he didn't. And they knew that they had to be really smart with how they caught the bird. This was in there because they knew that they only had one shot, and if they didn't get it, the bird would learn what they were trying to do and would be like, oh, no, I'm not going to fall for that again.
Oh, my God.
Isn't
So
that
do you
funny?
think that they called animal control because it had gotten into the building or because it was foul-mouthed?
I think, I bet, I don't know. They need it, I need more information.
And it sounds like somebody trained it. Like, this is somebody's
Yes.
pet.
So, turns out it was somebody's pet. So,
Turns out.
this was a raven that had been rescued when it was about 2 years old, and it was just a little baby, and it was brought into this family's home.
Oh, my God.
And they named it Cosmo. And so Cosmo has been living with this family and has picked up all the words that the family says. Like, the family also has a dog, a bull mastiff I think that's what it's called, that's name is Tonka Truck, which is like a real cool name, cute name for a dog. And so the bird would say, Tonka, come inside. Tonka, come inside. Or dogs out, which is so cute. And then sometimes they said that he would throw some profanity in there. And so what happened was the kids go to the school.
Oh, man.
The crow walks the kids to school and wants to hang out with the kids.
It sounds like, first of all, this family sounds super annoying, but also...
Susie, you wanted to be this person. You tried to get... You're just mad because this isn't your crow.
Just jealous.
You're just jealous because she somehow got a crow at 2 years old and trained it. And I remember when you're like, I've set out the bird feeder. We're going to be friends. This is going to work.
All right. That's true. But, like, why is it walking the kids to school?
I don't think they could help it. Like, the bird got out, so it had been a while. I guess it got out and it was flying around and doing its own thing. So it had been a while since it had been back home. And they just kind of assumed that, I don't know, maybe a cat got it or something. And so they were really happy when they heard that this was going on at the school. But yeah, he was just
well, this
like
family
a
also
pet
needs their own reality show for sure.
Right.
Because it's like Honey Boo Boo or something. Like, it's a whole family of weirdos.
Like, think about, because we have a whole bunch of different things at play here. We know that
right.
they're loving, kind people who rescue animals, but also foul-mouthed.
Right. That's
so
likable.
I'm into whatever, like that. They sound like fun.
Yeah.
Yep. Good job naming. Excellent animal names.
Okay.
That says something about you.
Yeah.
Funny.
All right. Maybe I should withhold judgment.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think that's cute. They did say, they were like, yeah, he does get a little obnoxious. So.
But I think they should give that bird to some sort of organization. I don't think it should be living in your house.
Yeah, they ended up catching it, and it did go to an animal sanctuary.
Okay,
so
all
at
right.
the end,
All's well that ends well.
Yes, they released him into an animal sanctuary.
Maybe check on Tonka, too. I don't know.
Yeah, and like it was cute. They even said in there that she would follow the bird. It's a he. I don't know. Actually, I have no idea. Sounds like a he. That the bird would follow the owner to the gym and would sit on top of the sign at Planet Fitness and would talk to the people who are going in and out.
That would be really fun to see.
Wouldn't you love that?
I would like to stumble upon that, yeah.
I would be like, wait a sec.
Hold on a minute.
Hold on. What the fuck parallel universe am I in right now?
Right.
I would definitely go get myself checked out for a little neuropsychology evaluation.
Well, I
start hearing a crow talking at me as I'm about to walk into the gym.
What if it had one of those pun disorders too? I mean, it could be a whole big problem.
Yeah, it kind of feels like parrots have a pun disorder.
I told Sarah before we started recording, I was telling her about our visit with that penguin at the aviary.
Oh, yes!
And like how when you look at some of the really big birds of prey that they have there, they're so humongous and so like that their talons are so huge. It does feel like Muppets or something. Like it doesn't feel like it could be real. And you were like, yeah, they're like dinosaurs.
Of those almost like chicken legs.
Yes.
At a very large size do totally look like Muppets. You're right.
You know that one Muppet that's like an eagle?
Yes.
That's what they look like in real life. And
yes.
It's so weird and freaky. And it just seems like they are pissed.
Oh, that's great. I bet your son went nuts for that.
It was so cool. If you're in a town that has an aviary and they offer these encounters, I assume maybe it's not ethical. I don't know. It
is
really
That's
cool.
Fine.
And they dedicated so much of the time to...
Crows are cursing at us. You can spend a few minutes hanging out with a bird. It's fine.
It was really cool to see. I mean...
That's amazing.
Penguins are fun.
They're so cute, and the noises they make.
It was really cool. And they're so trainable. I mean, they want that darn fish.
Oh, my God. So
and they just waddle around.
They're really smart.
They do poop every 15 minutes, though, so...
Whoa!
I mean, you got to pay a price there.
Dang. Susie's jealous of their,
right.
their regular BMs.
What I wouldn't give.
What I wouldn't give.
That is so
to have
true.
that kind of regular...
Yeah, that sounds nice.
That's really funny.
Anyway, but yeah, birds are freaky, man.
Yeah, that's so fun that you did that. And I just think I can remember being on our road trip to Dollywood. Dollywood? Mm-hmm. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
And Lincoln had a book on birds.
Yeah, he loves birds.
And I learned a lot of facts about birds on that trip.
Yeah, even so his first birthday was bird themed, so we called it his first bird day.
Oh my God!
Wait, do I have the pun problem?
Do you have this?
I mean, that's adorable, though. Let's face it.
That is the frickin' cutest thing ever. Oh, my God. You're the best. Mom goals right there. That's
We're
amazing.
very into nature over here. Even though I'm indoorsy, I do enjoy looking at it from inside.
Well, you're one of those people who has that gene.
Which one?
The one that for enjoying outdoors.
Yeah, but I want to be indoors while I enjoy it.
Yeah, you can enjoy it
from home. Yeah, my temperature-controlled home.
Yes. Oh, man, let's wind it down.
Oh, let's do it. I mean, you're right about this. Nobody does want a corn dog. Wait, is that
nobody wants a corn dog? That's great.
It's true.
Nobody wants a corn dog, but everybody wants more dick.
Yeah, right. And nobody wants moving mites. That's disgusting.
Nope. Definitely don't want that. Don't Google it. I mean, you can, but like, trigger warning. It's going to be gross.
You know those mites or whatever they're called that live in your eyebrows and stuff?
Yes, it's related to those.
I thought so.
Yes, it is similar. Yeah. Good thing those aren't attacking me.
Susie and Sarah may or may not have the pathological joking disorder.
Mm-hmm. Which I didn't even bother sharing you the name of because before this, I looked on YouTube of the video how to pronounce it, which only made it more difficult to pronounce it. It's a German word. It starts with a W.
That's so funny. German words are just funny.
Oh, and none of the letters sound like any of the ones that you're pronouncing. There's like a Z pronunciation. Nope, that's not in there. So, yeah. So, but check out the laughing disorder because it's a totally true thing. And the case study, we are going to put it in the newsletter. And by the way, if you are not subscribed to our newsletter, you definitely should be. We have all the good articles in there. We give you like the links to the good stuff and like none of the
nothing weird.
That you don't
we
want.
just send it once a week if you want the links. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, one more thing. God, I went back and read some of the reviews you guys left.
Oh no.
I need you guys to it's my fault, Susie.
What?
We got
what are they
forced
saying?
to review because I went back. I'm a stutterer.
Oh God.
They said they didn't like that I've been stammering and I've been going,
Somebody put that in a review?
Yes. So I need you guys to go and counter their 4-star reviews and because now I'm going to stutter as I'm saying this because this is what happens when I get nervous and when I get excited and all
I cannot believe that you have a disability.
They're shaming me.
They're shaming you for your disability.
So like go on there.
What's the meanest thing you read about me? Let's hear it.
Nothing bad about you.
That is a lie.
Everything was like, I love Susie. She has all of the information and holds shit together. And Sarah's like,
that is a lie.
A stammering buffoon.
That's a lie.
That was the summary.
I probably reported all the ones that were mean about me and said like, this is irrelevant because you can do that. Like if somebody puts like, Sarah sucked on the challenge, for example, then I can report that as irrelevant and then they'll take it down.
Oh, nice.
So then it maybe
because that is irrelevant.
No, I'm just using that as an example. But like,
no, I know.
So maybe I reported all the ones where they're like, Susie sucks. Jesus.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, I can't believe they said you have a stammer.
They were like, her stutter is back. Kind of like that.
Wow.
Like,
you guys are ruthless.
And I was thinking about it, and I looked at the time, like the time frame and everything, and it was when I was going through my period of, oh my God, I just did it right there, period of homelessness, and like when I was unhoused.
Stop calling it that.
And,
have a little compassion.
Man. Give me some, like, come on.
We are living through a pandemic.
With the full deck over here. So.
That is crazy. Okay.
So now I need you guys to go.
Yeah. Jesus Christ,
this is a call to action.
Yeah. Do the right thing, everybody.
Do the right thing.
And we'll We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.